In cell biology, a vesicle is a small structure within a cell, consisting of fluid enclosed by a lipid bilayer. In layman's terms, a vesicle is simply a little sac or container to store and/or transport something in. Vesicles are involved in all kinds of things like metabolism, transport, buoyancy control, and temporary storage of food and enzymes. They can also act as chemical reaction chambers. If we were to select one of the major roles of a vesicle, it would be that of communications, or more specifically, cellular communication. Cellular communication is an umbrella term used in biology and more in depth in biophysics and biochemistry to identify different types of communication methods between living cells. Notable quotes from articles found on research websites include clinicaltherapeutics.com. Extracellular vesicles, EVs, such as exosomes and microvesicles, are phospholipid bilayer-enclosed vesicles that are recognized as novel tools for intercellular communications and as biomarkers for several diseases. They contain various DNAs, proteins, mRNAs, and microRNAs, miRNAs, that have potential diagnostic and therapeutic purposes. Journal of Extracellularvesicles.com. In the past decade, extracellular vesicles, EVs, have been recognized as potent vehicles of intercellular communication, both in prokaryotes and eukaryotes. This is due to their capacity to transfer proteins, lipids, and nucleic acids, thereby influencing various physiological and pathological functions of both recipient and parent cells. Thus, the tabernacle furniture component that best fits one of communication, especially communication outside of the tabernacle, would be the altar of incense. To gain a better understanding of why this is, let's first study the altar of incense in more detail. Exodus 31. And thou shalt make an altar to burn incense upon. Of shittim wood shalt thou make it. Incense was burned daily on this altar at the time of the morning and the evening sacrifices. Exodus 37-8. And Aaron shall burn thereon sweet incense every morning. When he dresseth the lamps, he shall burn incense upon it. And when Aaron lighteneth the lamps at even, he shall burn incense upon it, a perpetual incense before the Lord throughout your generations. Now the communications aspect of the altar of incense comes from the smoke, which is equivalent to prayers, communications to God. Psalm 141:2. Let my prayer be set forth before thee as incense, and the lifting up of my hands as the evening sacrifice. Revelation 5:8. And when he had taken the book, the 4 beasts and 24 elders fell down before the Lamb, having every one of them harps, and golden vials full of odors, which are the prayers of saints. Revelation 8:3. And another angel came and stood at the altar, having a golden censer, and there was given unto him much incense, that he should offer it with the prayers of all saints upon the golden altar which was before the throne. This smoke or prayer communication would be representative of cell signaling. Cell signaling is part of a complex system of communication that governs basic activities of cells and coordinates cell actions. There are several types of cell signaling. Exactly which type of cell signaling the altar of incense represents is still an area that needs further research. Perhaps it's generic. Regardless, for this study we will choose one that most folks would be interested in: synaptic signaling. Chemical synapses are biological junctions through which neuron signals can be exchanged to each other and to non-neuronal cells, such as those in muscles or glands. Chemical synapses allow neurons to form circuits within the central nervous system. They are crucial to the biological computations that underlie perception and thought. They allow the nervous system to connect to and control other systems of the body. Even our very thoughts and intents of the heart are related to the smoke of the altar of incense, as our synapse vesicles carry something called neurotransmitters. Hebrews 4:12. For the word of God is quick and powerful, and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. Neurotransmitters, contained in the vesicles, come in many types. Many of these are household names we are all familiar with. Chemicals such as adrenaline, dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins are just some of the neurotransmitters we find in cell signaling. In fact, neurotransmitters are called messengers, as in angels. Messenger Gabriel, anyone? Luke 1:11-13. And there appeared unto him an angel of the Lord standing on the right side of the altar of incense. And when Zacharias saw him, he was troubled, and fear fell upon him. But the angel said unto him, Fear not, Zacharias, for thy prayer is heard, and thy wife Elizabeth shall bear thee a son, and thou shalt call his name John.